Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So in the series of sorting techniques, merge sort is the next sorting technique that we are going to see. Now if in case you just want to see the key points of the sorting algorithm, just skip to the last of the video. So if you have not seen my previous video on merge algorithm, please go and first see that video, because without the knowledge of merge algorithm you won't be able to perform merge sort. Now as I said that we'll use merge algorithm in this type of sorting technique, let's see what is the need of using it. Now merge sort is a divide and conquer type technique. That is, we divide our big problem into small problems. We conquer these small problems. Conquering means that we solve these small problems and then we combine the solution of the small problems in order to get the solution to the big problem. So we are going to divide this array into small arrays. We are going to solve these arrays and at the last we are going to combine these arrays. Now the combination part is done by the merge algorithm, because we know that a merge algorithm takes two sorted arrays as its input and returns a single sorted array by merging both the arrays. So over here what we do is, like, suppose the name of my array is A. The starting index is 0. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So my initial call to a merge sort algorithm will be A from 0 to 6. This means that I am saying that please go and sort my array A from index 0 to 6, that is sort whole of the array. Now over here I will be dividing my array into two halves. So over here the ending element is 6. So 0 plus 6 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. So from here I will have a call from 0 to 3. Now this call says please go and sort my array A from indexes 0 to 3. It will have another call which will say, which will ask to sort the array from 4 to 6, that is the rest half of the array. Now after this we'll again have a call which will divide the array into two halves, that is 0 plus 3 by 2 will be 1. It will have a call from 0 to 1 and another call from 2 to 3. Again this will have a call. It will go from 0 to 0 and from 0 to and from 1 to 1. Now we know that a single element is sorted in itself. So from here we are going to return this element as it is. Now the element at my 0th index was 25. So from here I will return 25 as it is. Also the index 1, 1 is a single element. So over here we'll return 35 as it is. Now this big problem has its solution for the two sub problems. So now we'll apply merge algorithm and we'll get our output as 25 and 35. So A0, 1 will return this. Now from here we had A2, 3. This will have a call for 2, 2 and for 3, 3. 2, 2 will return element 70 and 3, 3 will return 80. Now over here I am writing it as element, but the actual thing that gets returned is an array. The only thing is that these indexes are sorted in that array. Now when I will return 0, 1, this means that my array A is sorted from index 0 to 1. When we will return an answer from here, it will mean that my array A is sorted from index 2 to 3. So after this So once A2, 3 receives 70 and 80, So it will apply the merge algorithm, and over here I'll get 70 and 80. 70 and 80 will be returned. Now 0,3 has solution to its subproblems. It will apply merge algorithm on it and it will return 25, 35, 70 and 80. Now from 4,6 we'll have call for 4,5, and from here we'll have a call from 6,6. From here we'll have it for 4,4 and for 5,5. 4,4 will now return element 50, that is it will sort the index position 4, which is already sorted because it is single element, and from 5,5 we'll get 21. Now we'll apply merge algorithm and we'll return 21 and 50. Similarly 6,6 will return 15, and after applying merge algorithm on A 4,6 we'll get 15, 21 and 50. Now A 0,6 has solution to both its subproblem, and at the last it will apply the merge algorithm and we'll have 15, 21, 25, 35, 50, 70 and 80. And this is our sorted array. So now let's write the code for the merge sort. Over here I have copied my merge algorithm. A little bit of changes are to be made over here, so we'll do it after writing the merge sort algorithm. So over here we'll have another function which will sort the array. So it will have 3 parameters. One is our array, one is the starting index, and one is the ending index. Now if my starting index is equals to ending index, nothing has to be done. We'll simply return Otherwise, first we'll have to calculate the mid, and then we have to sort the two halves. That is, first will be from I to, over here we'll have by 2. First will be from I to mid, and in the second part we'll do from mid plus 1 to j. So this will sort the first half, this will sort the second half. Now over here I will have to merge them. Now let's first see what the changes are to be made in this merge algorithm. Now over here we were taking 2 separate arrays, but here the 2 separate arrays are within the array itself. So what we are going to do is, instead of having the 2 arrays, we'll take our only array, and over here we'll have indexes for the 2 arrays. So int I, comma int j, comma int I2, comma int j2. So I1 and j1 are the indexes of the first array, and I2 and j2 are the starting and ending point of the second array. After this, I'll take 2 arrays, array 1 of size of the first array, that is from this, it will be from j1 minus I1 plus 1, and another array, array 2 of size of the second, that is j2 minus I2 plus 1. The result, this answer array will not be required over here because our answer has to come in the main array itself. Now first I'll copy all the elements of these indexes into this array. So for int I is equals to I1, I is less than equals to J1, J plus plus. So over here I'll take another helping index. It will be used only to store the elements in these arrays. So over here we'll have array 1 I plus plus equals to array of I. So this will so the first array will come over here, and now over here I'll have my second array. Again I has to be made 0. So these two will make sure that my array, that the two arrays have come over here. Now instead of answer, I need my main array. And as we are doing the changes in the array itself, so we don't need any return type. And over here the starting index of my helper array, over here it is not my helper array, the main array will be I1, because the numbers that are to be stored are not necessarily being stored from the 0th index. It is being stored from the I1 index. So you can see it over here. Now let's suppose my array had these elements, total these elements 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 elements. Now this merge can be called for this part. So if I write 0, so this area will be affected, but we have to have the sorted answer within this area only. So this is the reason why over here the helping index will have I1 as the starting index. So let's see if this, so okay, so over here we'll pass our array with the starting index mid. The first array goes from I to mid, the second array goes from mid plus 1 to j. So this will sort it, and over here we'll have our array and we are going to apply merge sort from 0 to array dot length minus 1, because the last index is array dot length minus 1, and then we'll print our answer. So now let's see our array has been sorted. Let's take some other values. See, our array has been sorted. Now let's see some of the key points of merge sort algorithm. First, it is a comparison based sorting technique. That means the values of two elements are compared and accordingly their position in the array is decided. Second, the time complexity for merge sort is order of n log n for all the cases. Now it is n log n because the merge sort function, which is a recursive function, is of order of log n. It is of order of log n because for every call the array gets divided into 2 equal halves. And every time the merge sort function is being called, the merge sort function calls the merge function, which is of order of n. So the total time complexity is of n log n. The third point is that the space complexity for merge sort is of order of n, and because of it, it is known as an outplace algorithm. Now we'll see how the space complexity is of order of n. First of all, as the merge sort function is a recursive function in which the array gets divided into 2 equal halves, the total stack space taken by the recursive calls is of order of log n, which is the height of our recursive tree. Second, the merge function requires an array in order to store the result of the merged arrays. That is, in order to store the merged array, we use an extra space of order of n. So log n plus n will be order of n. So it is an outplace algorithm. Fourth, the merge sort is a stable sorting algorithm, which means that the order of sequence of the same numbers will be the same. For suppose if we have 2 10s, and if I name one 10 as A and another 10 as B, the order of these A and B will be the same even after sorting. Fifth, merge sort includes blind division. Blind division is that we know that before going to the recursive call part, we calculate a mid by that which is the sum of first and last index by 2. So over here we are not dividing the array logically, but we are blindly dividing the array into 2 equal halves. So this is the reason that at the end, when we get the result of the sub problems, we have to merge the array. In contrary, when we use quick sort, over there we do not have blind division, but over there we have meaningful division. So there is no requirement of merging or combining the sub problem solutions. The next point is that merge sort is a really good sorting technique for databases which are really large in size. So this was all for merge sort. In case you have any doubts, you can leave a comment in the comment section. Also, if you want me to solve any particular question of yours, you can leave it in the comment section with hashtag #CodeMyQuestion. I will also be leaving my GitHub account link in the description box. I will upload all these solutions over there, so you can go and check the solutions over there as well. And if you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.